escape, but there's video of the prison exterior showing a portion of a concrete wall knocked out and a long rope hanging from the opening. Get this, this opening is 15 stories from the street. There was a man who thought he saw this rope or contraption, whatever it is, that looked like bed sheets tied together. Makes sense, almost movie-like here. You look at this, authorities are asking the public to help spot the two men. The escapees have been identified as Jose Banks, 37, 5'8", 160, and Kenneth Conley's the other guy. He's 38, 6 feet tall, about 185. The two are believed to be traveling together. The FBI says both men are convicted bank robbers and should be considered armed and dangerous. Now, a few hours ago, SWAT team members they wrapped up a search at a home where they believe the two suspects had visited. So let's bring in former police detective Steve Carty, and as you look at this, and I believe that's a relative of Conley had lived there. I don't know if anybody was even at the house. So where do you go next? Where do you go to track these guys down? What are you looking for?
Well, hopefully law enforcement has developed a timeline so they know what time they can get out of there. If they're hitting that house, obviously they have good information to see how far they could have gotten. Usually an event like this, unfortunately, it's got to be looked at. Did they have inside help, number one? Number two, did they have outside help? Because it's quite an undertaking for them to leave a prison in that fashion and not be detected. Also, the judge, Banks, apparently was convicted last week, and he made a comment to the judge, such as, "You'll see me again." So the marshals are going to be all over the protection detail for that judge. And this is very serious, Michael.
Yeah, you look at Joseph Jose Banks. You mentioned him, convicted last week of a couple of bank robberies, a couple of other heists as well. Still $500,000 unaccounted for. So there could be some cash for this guy somewhere as he tries to get away in full, right?
Yeah.
We look at that denomination, and that may be what's prompting an escape this soon after his incarceration. So, that certainly is privy. His retribution against the judge may even be a part of it, his hatred. But, downtown Chicago, they got a lot of areas they can hide.
Yeah, he defended himself. I was doing a little research, and he was just so disruptive in the courtroom and some of the things you had mentioned as well. So no telling what this guy is capable of. And, you look at this situation. This is downtown Chicago. Is it a little easier to get away in a busy area like a downtown area? You can get lost as you try and escape?
Yes and no. If they had help, and he's in downtown Chicago, right now, still, we have the most video cameras we've ever had in place in the United States. However, if they can track them from this home where they likely changed their clothing and moved on, yes, conceivably, yes, they've got a lot of places they can hide. They have a lot of law enforcement. The FBI is going to be the lead agency. They have the marshals involved, local and state authorities looking for them right now.
Okay. Hey, Steve, thanks so much for your insights. Keep an eye on this. And again, 2 convicted bank robbers escape. Officials aren't confirming this detail, but we believe they knocked a part of a concrete wall out, and then they tied some kind of rope together. It could have been bed sheets together. 15 stories up, but they're on the loose now. We're going to keep an eye on it for you. All right, we know it was a quiet Friday morning that turned tragic at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Neighbors who live in the houses surrounding the school stepped in to help children as they fled the scene. We'll hear from one of them.
I relieve coughs, sneezing, fevers.
Me too. And nasal congestion.
What?
He said nasal congestion.
I heard him.
Tylenol Gold multi-symptom nighttime relieves nasal congestion. NyQuil Cold and Flu doesn't.
Nature exists on the grandest scale and in the tiniest details. Nature Valley granola thins pack the big taste of granola and dark chocolate into one perfect square. Under 100 calories. Nature Valley granola thins.
Guilin's Landscape, the best under heaven. A dreamland for your vacation. Guilin, China. Let's go to Guilin now.
Let's go.
I'm so glad you stayed.
When you bake with all natural sugar in the raw and all natural 0-calorie stevia in the raw, you'll have every reason to celebrate.
I'm going to eat you up now.
Raw natural sweetness, raw natural.